I have never seen so many pretty girls in my life at one place.
And are you saying they're plastic?
Yes. The competition is like real. Like a lot of fake titties, but I was like, wow. Fake titties.
Fake titties?
Fake
I don't
titties.
care.
Yeah.
Especially in Korea, it's like nothing else matters. If someone else is pretty, people worship them.
Guys does not know if a girl is fully natural or not.
You look in the comments
I
and
know.
everyone's so triggered, like, oh, Koreans are all plastic anyways. They're so fake anyways. Why would you want to do
Oh, really?
Would you like to get a procedure done in the near future?
Yes, I want.
Wow, that was fast.
You guys, everyone just said yes.
Just love yourself, but.
But around 20% of women in Seoul in their age 19 to 49 have had some form of plastic surgery. That's 1 in 5 women. But it's not just women who's getting the plastic surgery. It also includes men as well. Very surprising, right? So Korea has officially become the plastic surgery capital of the world. I think everybody agrees with that, right? And with an estimated 1 million procedures per year. 1 million. Yeah, so what's the reasoning to this plastic surgery craze? We'll dissect that in today's episode. So welcome to the Korean Pizza Club, KPC with David Kim, where we bring Korea one slice closer to the world. And it's officially season 2. Yay! And we are with the OG gang.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone was requesting it so much. It got on my nerves. It's like, where is Kelsey? Where is Soobeanie? Where is Anna? Here they are.
Why, you didn't want us here? You wanted other people?
I was just resting. Like, there weren't any episodes at all.
Guys.
There weren't at all for like
Yeah.
6 months.
So, right,
Yeah.
right. So anyways, I have them back in the new studio, as you might have noticed. Anyways, going right on. Have you had plastic surgery, girls?
Have you, David?
No. No. It's your turn now. Have you had plastic surgery?
I had eye muscle correction surgery.
Eye muscle
What's
correct?
that?
안검하수.
안검하수.
So basically, it's not like double eyelid surgery, but it's like to help the muscle, like your muscle lift.
Oh.
To help you open your eyes.
Help you open your eyes. It wasn't like a
It's an Asian thing.
like a beauty
Okay.
procedure. It was more of like an actual like thing for my eyes. But yes,
No sangsu?
no.
Are you sure?
I already had
Okay,
double
okay,
eyelids,
okay, I'm
but
just-
I'm gonna go into like the whole like tea
Okay.
later on. But yes,
Yeah, sangsu
no.
is double eyelids, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yes.
Kelsey?
I do routine 턱 botox.
All Botox. Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Are we talking about like Botox?
Botox?
too?
That's part of
Well, it was part of his thing.
later.
Apparently, it's part of plastic surgery. It's considered
It's
plastic
like a
surgery.
petite.
that
It's like a
suture and chisure?
petite
Yeah.
Yeah,
surgery.
but that's not like
Yeah.
But it really changes how you
No,
look.
a knife is like surgery.
Yeah. There's no plastic in
and
our
then I
body.
haven't had
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Yeah, tell me in the comments if you consider Botox as plastic
But
surgery
I
or
do
not.
it because I grind my teeth at night, so the dentist.
TSJ?
What's TSJ?
Oh, okay.
So the dentist was like, your teeth is getting like brittle, so you need to relax them. But it also makes the jaw slimmer, so I like.
Okay, yeah.
I've had
Well,
loads of shizu.
you've had loads of shizu?
Yeah, like Botox. Like I've had one time. We can talk about this later.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
so plastic.
Yeah, but I've never had
I'm
like.
just kidding.
But I think
Never had, like,
influencers
But you
do
never
that.
had Botox
No,
ever?
no.
I think you should.
Yeah, you
start.
should.
Wow, she's firing back at me. Okay, this is how it's gonna be? Okay.
관리해야 돼.
Yeah,
But I think
no, I'm really
influencers
요즘에는 I'm like
Yeah, didn't we all get free offers from like random?
Yeah.
And this
hospitals.
week, on Friday, I'm getting Ursera, which is
yeah,
like the most
my mom does
expensive.
that.
lasers and Botox.
It makes your skin like super lifting, like makes your skin go
Are you going under for that?
super. I think so.
Oh,
like
it hurts so much.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh
my God.
I'm excited
I've been
for
doing
that
so
on Friday.
many. Yeah, okay.
It's the stuff like 한예슬 gets.
So
young.
in the next episode, are you gonna look
I'm gonna look like all the skin sucked back into my skull.
So you better subscribe if you want to see
Yeah,
Anna's
exactly.
Wait,
change.
me too though. I think I want to get something done tomorrow
please.
too.
I really recommend.
Oh my god.
That's why I was like,
Ursera 써마지.
they were like, what
yeah.
time do you have? And then I was like,
Yeah.
Tuesday, because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
filming on Monday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
this definitely depicts it's an accurate representation of what's going on in Korea in this
we
room
have
right
a
now.
whole section to talk
Yeah,
about
talk
that.
about that stuff.
Right. So, have your friends gotten plastic surgery before? What's like the
Yes.
ratio among your friends?
And my family members.
Really?
Like 고모들, like when your eyes get older, your
Yeah.
skin
Gets
starts to
droopier.
droop. They get sangsu.
yeah, even
Yeah.
males too, like
Yeah.
when they get older,
Yeah.
just so that they could lift their eyes. But
Yeah.
I have so many friends who have done for like eyes and nose for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eyes,
I think
nose.
that's like the most common type of
eyes for
procedure.
sure. I haven't. Not many of my friends have done nose, but
Okay.
I've
eyes
known
like for
people
sure.
who've done their nose like 3 times.
Wow.
Because they say that for nose, like the 3rd time's a charm because you get it kind of low and then you kind of fix it and then you don't like it, so then they keep on changing
I
it.
heard like 진짜 like nose surgery is like really dangerous.
Is it?
How is
Yeah.
third time the charm? It just gets more botched, no?
Yeah, so like sometimes they take it out of the ear like the 2nd time and then they
Younger.
take it out of the
Why don't they do
rib.
that from the first time?
Because they thought it was going to be a lot lower. Like it's a lot lower than they thought it was.
Oh, okay. So they wanted like endless.
higher, yeah.
In my opinion, I can always tell when someone has had a nose job. If I see that
I
in
think
real
so
person,
too. Like, yeah, Koreans usually don't
can
have like
tell.
high
We all have
noses.
pretty natural. We have
Yeah.
You can tell our noses are not like
Yeah.
surgery noses.
Because we don't have like.
If this is surgery nose, I want my money back.
I was just giving you.
If this is a surgery nose, I want my money back. But like usually when I meet those people in real life, I can tell like it's like he's like too tongue or like
Yeah.
like you can tell.
Yeah. So Kelsey's on the younger side. I wonder if your friends have.
I feel so old these days. I really
No,
appreciate
you're-
it when
you're
I
on the
hear
younger side
I
here,
like
for
young
sure.
hair. So what's the ratio?
Yeah, among your friends.
I
like,
think what you said in the beginning is pretty accurate. I think like 1 in 5 of
1
my
in
friends
5?
have, and it's usually all double eyelid.
double eyelids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go right into the common procedures. Actually, double eyelid surgery is the most common for facts. It usually costs, according to the internet, 1 to 3K. Do you agree with that?
I agree. One of my friends recently got it redone because it
Yeah.
was like gone. So after like 3 years, she had to redo it. And what's really interesting is she did it at Gangnam, but she lives really far away from Gangnam. So she found out this hospital that's like a factory cranking out like double eyelid surgery. So she went there at 1 p.m. and then she did the surgery at 3 p.m. the same day. And then she came back home like 2 hours later. But it was really pretty. So I think they got the algorithm like done.
I mean, yeah, as long as
There's
you're
eyelid surgery,
satisfied.
there's so much. There's invasive and non-invasive.
just like, yeah,
There's like ones where
Toruge.
you'll like actually cut it.
Yeah.
Right. And
Some
then
where
we're
you
just
just like
stitch
stitch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some where you'll, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but I think for Asians, like not to be like a what do you call it? 핑계? Not to be an excuse,
Excuse.
but some people really do need it if their eye,
Right.
it's like droopy and they can't see well.
I mean, no offense to you guys, but I've heard a lot of people saying like, "Oh, I got it because of like this medical, condition."
Right.
They're always saying that.
They
Okay.
pick up on nose jobs too. Like I had like a deviated septum.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you didn't have to like bring it higher if
Yeah.
it's a deviated
Yeah.
septum.
I mean, like no hate or anything, but if you got a plastic surgery just for beauty
just-
purpose,
you
just
can
say it.
say
Like I
it's
wanted to
fine.
become prettier. Like I think it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. But anyways, this statistic says it's estimated that around 50% of young women have had double eyelid surgeries
Wow.
in
50?
their 20s. 50. Apparently, a lot of parents gift like double eyelid surgeries
Oh, yeah,
after
Graduation.
graduation.
Yeah.
They want it themselves
Yeah.
too. So
Okay.
before entering college, before they
You get
like.
kind of discounts too. Like right when you become
Right,
like,
yeah.
like that
Good
age,
level.
If you bring your
can bring your
SAT
card,
receipts.
the discount card.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
really.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real. If you have like the SAT card, you can
Yeah,
get
you can get
discounts.
discounts.
It's kind of similar like the military guys getting discounts at
Oh,
like
really?
not surgery, but like at movie theaters or whatever. But yeah, it's a cultural thing over here.
Yeah.
It's like you're well done with your high
Yeah.
school. Get a double eyelid surgery.
But I've
Discount.
heard people say they don't even count it as like surgery anymore.
Yeah, double
Yeah,
eyelid
my
surgery.
friends had it done the same day. Like
Yeah, they don't count it
But
as
they
like
get
a
it done like
surgery.
over the winter break, like
Yeah.
Wait, so us three, we have double eyelids. Kelsey, Soobeanie, and I.
That's what you
She
saw.
has, yeah, she has
That's what you
too.
saw.
Oh, is that?
That's what you saw.
Oh, okay.
I mean, technically, everyone has double eyelids.
Do
It's
they?
like whether it's 속상 or 겉상, right?
Ah, okay.
No, that's definitely like musang.
Yeah, there's
진짜?
some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
course.
I
Yeah.
feel like guys have more musang.
That's
though.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, a lot of people prefer musang actually.
Yeah.
Musang means like absolute is monolid.
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 Right. Do you think double eyelids are, prettier? I guess.
No.
It depends on your facial harmony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facial harmony.
Yeah, that's
But
what's
why
important.
do you think everybody just flocks to double eyelids, like 50%?
I really don't understand because every time I see my friend with before and after, it's
Yeah.
just like their face, it just has like a line now
Oh.
over their eyes. I don't think it's particularly like prettier or like whatever. It's just like,
It depends on the face and the person. Some people I've seen that it really makes a huge difference.
Really?
And then some people it's just like, it's like you just look
Yeah,
the same but
I
with
feel
a
like
line.
it can make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay, so let's go into rhinoplasty.
Why do you say rhinoplasty?
Because it's the
Okay.
first time I've ever heard of this
Okay.
word. It's apparently
it's like a
nose,
rhinoceros.
Yeah, nose job.
it's a
Rhinoplasty.
nose job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So rhino.
Yeah, like a rhino.
Yeah. So this costs about 3 to 4K apparently, and a lot of people do it to boost self-confidence.
A lot more guys do it, I heard.
Yes.
Guys is like the
Yes.
center of the face.
Yeah.
I think for guys, it's very important. It could change their look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they advertise. Like for guys, it's the T-zone. So you need to have a handsome forehead and
You
like
need to have a good
nose.
side profile.
Yeah.
This is a Korean thing, right?
No, but
Does it apply to Western men too?
yeah, but it's
Or
just like the face of like masculine and feminine face. It's you look more masculine if you have a jaw and like a
Higher
protruding.
nose.
Yeah.
But isn't like, okay, I don't know, like don't quote me on this, but isn't like these plastic surgery beauty standards like a higher nose or double eyelids or bigger eyes or something, mostly based on Westerns like looks and facial features?
Do you think that?
I don't think
I
that.
Do
honestly
you think Korean people get surgery to look Western?
no, they don't. They have like this subconscious feeling that a bigger nose or something. Watching Hollywood movies and stuff that looks like good and stuff. So
I think it's dimension. Like I feel like Western people have more dimension in their face, as to Asians have like less dimension or like in their
We have
face.
flatter
Yeah, we
faces.
have like flatter faces. Hence why we try to put in dimension either in wherever it is.
To be
Yeah.
honest, I don't think even subconsciously it's about trying to look white or anything. Because when you see white people having a rhinoplasty, it's usually to get it smaller, to get
Yeah,
your nose
yeah.
smaller, and they're not trying to look Asian or anything.
And the
Right.
It's
style's
just about
so
the ratio.
different.
Exactly.
The what like Western people get and what like Asian people get, the types of like noses are so different.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
okay.
eyes or whatever.
Yeah, that
But
was-
some people you look from the side and it's like they have no nose really.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like
Don't-
that's
What's
like
wrong with
let them be. I don't know why do you
wrong with
always have to
that?
like call them out. Okay.
like Voldemort.
Oh my gosh, I need this for that.
Well, I like that. I love that.
Yeah, I have the canceled sign up right now.
I need one.
Yeah, and then I'll give you a danger
Allegedly.
sign. Yeah, you hold this up.
Allegedly.
Danger sign.
I remember these.
Anyways, yeah. So other than rhinoplasty, there's like jaw reduction, so-called V-line surgery. Yeah,
That's really hardcore.
That's really I think what's different from Korea to Western because they actually like the look of having a strong jawline even on females.
Yeah.
But in Korea that's really not considered like attractive.
right,
Yeah.
right.
They're like you know Angelina Jolie, she has quite like a
Right.
square, strong
Yeah.
jaw. And for males, definitely they want like a guy with a nice side profile with like the chin and stuff. But
Yeah.
like on females, Koreans like the just like the softer.
yeah, for I think like Soobeanie has like the ideal
Yeah.
what
Oh,
they
I was
want.
gonna say that a lot of people really think that I got like jaw surgery done. So like I remember when I first came to Korea, like people were like, "You got it done, right?" And plus like my face is like a lot smaller, and I would be like, "No, I never got it done," but nobody would believe me.
that is a major surgery.
Right.
Yeah.
It is
So
a
like
major
for instance, like my foreigner friends have no problem with this side thingy. Like you don't have this, but I have this little thingy. And like Korean friends are sometimes like "Kaka," you know,
like
stuff
cut
like
it
that.
off?
Yeah. So they have this different.
Well, it's
Maybe
easy for
stuff.
them to say because like apparently it's like a super dangerous surgery.
Yeah,
You could
exactly.
die.
I know a friend who got it done, but it was a male. He was a male, actually.
Yeah, actually, our friend over there, like he's working over there in the studio. He got a jawline surgery. Yeah, you didn't know?
But why would a male get rid of this? It's good for the male.
I don't know. Like
You know, there's so many different types of jawline surgery. Though there's one where you could just do the chin, cut out,
Right,
like, a
and then
little
just like
right
the
here.
what's this?
And then also right here too. This is called 돌려깎기. So you do
Like,
like you do it here and here
Like you're
and
peeling a
here.
potato.
Like you're literally just like
Really?
yeah, don't expose
say
him on
your
camera. Oh my
name.
god, I have, to,
Who,
I have to
yeah.
beep that now.
But you're still working with it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
When
you
did
got,
he get it done?
after high school.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it was like a lot of people have a complex about like long like tops.
Right,
like what do you call
right.
jaw?
Oh, he got he got everything done.
Yeah, he got everything done. Like his face, his face is a Porsche.
Porsche.
Yeah,
Expensive.
yeah, it's expensive.
Eva.
Why are you laughing?
Eva.
Okay, so
Cha.
jawlines are on the side of like more expensive. It's 5 to 10K. Of course, it's dangerous.
Shaving
It's more.
bone.
Yeah.
And the recovery is like you can't eat. You have to wear like bandages and like helmet. Like
Yeah, and
it's
my
really just, like-
ex-girlfriend also had like a very protruded jaw, and she was always like, "Oh, I want to like get it cut. I want to get it cut." I was
Right.
like, you're perfectly fine. Why do you want to get it cut? It's
Yeah.
like, I don't understand. But anyways, we're going on to like from serious to now like minimal, and
Okay.
this is like skin treatments,
Oh my gosh.
Botox.
I have so much information.
So ready.
So much to talk
Okay.
about.
These are like 300 to 500 per session.
Okay.
Is that right? Is that
Or
accurate?
even less.
Even less?
Yeah.
I mean, it
My
really
Botox
depends
is like
on the
$50,
session.
$50.
It depends. It depends.
Okay.
Botox is like you can get the cheap Korean Botox or you can get the more expensive German type Botox.
Yeah.
Type.
Yeah, German type is the most
It's like
expensive.
less resistant, so you can get it forever without your body getting used to it. I just get the
What?
Korean one. Yeah, because then you can, your body can develop immunity
okay.
to
Yeah,
the
to
substance.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So usually, a long time ago, people would just get it on like the main areas where you use your muscles, so like your forehead or like your jaws. But nowadays, they have things called skin Botox where
Yeah,
you can
I got
put
it.
and inject it on your whole skin, so your whole skin gets tightened up. There's also things like skin boosters, like Rijurin, Juvederm, which is like salmon DNA.
It's a
where
salmon, stuff taken from fish and it's like put into like the dermis of your
Like
skin.
collagen?
no, like salmon DNA, like salmon
So
sperm.
basically really good, nice stuff, and
So
it just makes
basically
you
it helps-
Nice stuff.
collagen for your
Omega
skin.
3.
It like it rejuvenates like
Yeah.
your skin.
I don't
and like
know what-
boosts the collagen. And
Yeah.
stuff.
I don't understand.
But I had skin Botox done, and like your forehead freezes, but there were like side effects such as like I suddenly had like Angry Bird eyebrows because this side just did not get enough injected, so I had to go back and like get it pushed down. But it did make my skin really, really, really nice.
Okay, that's good.
And in terms of fillers, like I once had like lip filler. This was like 4 years ago, but my lips were like pretty big to begin with. But it was like the trend at the time to get them like really big, like I think due to like Kylie Jenner, like all these girls. So I just had it a little bit. It wasn't like mega difference, but now I think it's like all pretty much gone.
I feel like in Korea, a lot of people do forehead fillers a lot too.
Forehead
It's like a thing in Korea
Yeah.
more of the times.
People don't understand that watching from someone who's
Forehead?
not Korea.
Yeah,
They're like, why do you
forehead
want
or
like
here.
this?
And that's what I'm saying. It's like dimension. Like Asians don't have as much dimension in their face.
I think it can look nice if your forehead is like massively flat.
Yeah.
But sometimes you anyway, I can understand the reason for wanting to do it, but sometimes you go around like Apgujeong Cheonglam and then you see
And they're
those
like,
girls,
yeah. The girls
It's
are
like-
carrying pillows. They have like a
so
pillow here.
unnatural if
You
you
know, there's
overdo
things
it.
called like temple fillers too. Like you
Yeah.
can put fillers here.
Because basically, as
You can put fillers
age,
anywhere, like, in your face.
As you
Okay.
age, Koreans want like that perfect, like egg shaped. But as you age, like some people lose like the volume on their
here.
temples, so you look like you have a peanut shaped head.
yeah, like your face doesn't
Yeah, that's what they call it.
oval.
You lose your facial fat, and then you kind of look really sunken in, and they want like the
Really?
perfect, like volumized face.
Okay, as a person who knows nothing about plastic surgery, at this point, hearing your explanations, I would consider fillers plastic surgery now. It's literally changing the shape of your
does.
But
face.
it's not it's not permanent.
Yeah, it is not permanent.
goes
Your
away.
body digests.
There are dissolvable fillers and non-dissolvable fillers.
Yeah, they
Oh my
say
God.
some fillers like it just stays for
But
years.
then a lot of
but-
people recommend getting dissolvable fillers because
Yeah, you don't- the
non-dissolvable
trends
fillers,
change.
you don't know
Yeah.
like what it is.
But it's not as permanent as like a nose
I've
surgery
seen
or
people
like.
getting recently during the summertime fillers right here.
And then it's
What's
What?
No, 쇄골 필러 있어.
To make it pop?
What's
right
a
here, like you
squidward?
know how you know like the bone here, like
Yeah.
your
Collarbone.
they
They
want
to make it pop?
collarbone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That
it's
is fucking
summertime.
insane.
It's summertime, so like you want to like wear stuff. So I've been seeing like
if people don't have
people-
prominent collars.
yeah, like
collarbones.
collarbones, and you know how like it's kind
Oh
of
my
like a thing
God.
for girls.
Oh my gosh.
So
That
I
is
think some
crazy.
people have
I mean,
been
but
getting
Westerners,
that.
they shade their collar. They
Yeah, I
cut
know.
longer,
Yeah.
so I get it.
And
I
there's
know what you're
also-
talking about. The Botox
It's the trapeze
here.
Botox,
Yeah.
like 승모근 Botox.
Oh, I did that too with my chins because it was like really hurting. And then when I'm doing my back workouts, my traps keep getting involved, which is annoying. And then I look like a cobra with like this short neck. So it's really helpful and it reduces the pain as well.
Okay, there you go.
The 승모근, it's actually like the #1 Botox for like people who are getting married because
Right, 'cause they
bride,
wear
they
it
want
off
to
shoulder.
wear like
So
a
you know
dress.
how Jennie from Blackpink, she's like famous to have these like perfectly square shoulders.
Shoulders.
Yeah.
The 승모근 is like if you have like triangular type shoulders going up to the neck, they're saying it
Exactly.
doesn't look as attractive.
Right, because
they
your
say-
neck looks shorter.
Yeah, so it elongates the neck if you get the trapeze
So I've
Botox
been
done.
seeing like so many like brides getting that.
But not just that, people get it on their 종아리, their calves.
Oh,
If you have really muscly calves, they get it to try and make it look less
a lot of
muscly.
idols get it on their
Yeah.
Yeah,
legs.
for the listeners, 승모근 in English is trapezius.
Yeah,
trapeze Botox. This is actually common though. It's not just Korea.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's for like pain because a lot of people, especially if you have rounded shoulders, it's like tight.
Yeah, a lot of people do it for medical reasons, I guess.
I've been seeing so many males being getting like lasers too. I like if or even would you consider like laser hair removal?
Hair
the type-
removal.
A lot of people get it for
Removal?
Yeah.
Why
like
would you
right
remove your hair?
Right here.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
my precious hair. Like,
That's also
That's his main priority.
That's also like a beauty procedure for males.
Are
Yeah,
you
yeah.
losing hair? Will you ever get hair transplant?
I'm eating pills.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
having pills, yeah.
So like a lot of people get it here.
yeah,
A
I
lot
would
of
get that.
males
Because
get
it's
it
like
here.
you don't want to shave every
A lot of my
Yeah.
friends actually got it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's fine.
What
Yeah.
if it's trendy to have a beard 10 years from now?
I
The
don't
thing
think
is
it'll
with
be
laser,
trendy
it's
for-
not
Yeah.
like actually permanent.
Yeah, yeah,
permanent.
And it's also not like plastic surgery.
No, that's
right?
not
Laser,
surgery.
it's not-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've heard one thing I've noticed is like the caterpillars like beneath your the
애교살.
eye bags.
That
Yeah.
never looks good.
It's called 애교살.
Yeah.
Like
that never looks good.
애교 skin. What do you
Like
애교살.
애교 bags underneath your
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
like
like,
the
white
area
people don't
bags.
even have that, I feel, so they don't understand it.
Yeah. I don't know why people do that, but they
It's
have
to make you look younger. It's just like you have this
It's
like
really
area
weird.
of fat underneath your eyes, especially when you smile. If you don't have this, then it makes you look older.
It's because when you get older, your eyes get sunken. So
Yeah, you just spoil you.
what people think is like if it's puffier down there, then it looks like you're more youthful.
Younger.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't tell my mom I said this, but my mom actually had it done like 5 years ago.
You're putting it up on the internet. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
well, you guys don't tell my mom. And then like it was like really, but she had it removed like 2 days later because it actually moves. It's a filler. It's liquid, so it just kept dropping down, and it made her look like she
my
has
gosh.
really tired like eye bags.
Yeah, I've never
So
seen
it was
anyone
like-
who had 애교살 filler.
Really? You go to Gangnam and everyone has it.
Yeah, you can. So it's really obvious. So I never thought it would look
Yeah,
good.
she had it
Yeah.
removed.
Oh, okay.
Don't get that.
Okay, so let's move on to like patient demographics and statistics, more of that. So I already said 1 million procedures performed annually. That's a lot. 1 in 5 women get it in the age bracket of 19 to 49. And so that's actually 20% of among women. And like you see all these hate comments on the internet whenever like, would you date a Korean? And then like people are saying like Korean people are
So
the
fake.
hot people nowadays. And then there's always like salty comments in the comment section saying like,
It's
why-
because you're fake.
yeah, it's because you're like, why would you date a plastic person? They're all plastic. Koreans are all like plastic surgery based and stuff. But actually, that's a fallacy according to this statistic because only 1 out of 5 people have done it in terms of women. And in actually, statistic wise, in terms of number, the US is number 1. Number 2, guess where number 2
Brazil?
is? Yeah, how do you know?
Because they do a lot of
Oh.
for the samba festival. They do
butt
like
lifts.
the,
Right. So
yeah.
Brazil's number 2. South Korea is 3rd.
Okay.
So
It's also the country size demographic.
that's true.
is different.
That's true. So US, Brazil, Mexico all focus on breast, butt,
Yeah, I
lips,
was gonna say that.
and lipo. So
Right.
Yeah.
It's more about the body.
it's
Yeah.
more
about
about
the
the
body.
body and making it like a little more, I don't know.
Curvy,
Enhanced.
hourglass.
Yeah.
So very different focuses. Korea is mostly about the facial features, I guess. Yeah, that's very interesting. And interesting fact, how much of a percentage do you think Korean men get plastic surgery? Take a guess.
The Korea you meet for the first time. The Korea you meet at last. Both moments are what we call Barosso. At Barosso, we bring the essence of Korea to your doorstep. From traditional handmade crafts and home decor, to the latest in fashion and accessories, discover authentic Korean products crafted by local artisans and master creators. Visit barosso.net and enjoy fast global shipping, customer service, and a 10% discount on your first purchase with the code KPC. Rediscover Korea. Barosso.
How much of a percentage do you think Korean men get plastic surgery? Take a guess.
15.
15.
How do you did you read this?
No, I did it.
I did it.
Because I feel like it's not less than the woman at all.
15 is a very specific number.
Because I feel like 10 is too low. So it's like 15.
Okay, yeah, it is 15. Yeah,
Okay.
15% of plastic surgery patients are Korean men. So it's not like
I mean,
a
my
total-
dad had double eyelid surgery.
Oh, really?
Because he was getting old and then his eyelids were
It
drooping.
droops.
And I know people who consider getting it at a later age too. They're like 35, 40, and
Yeah.
then they can see their eyelids drooping. So they're like, okay,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's like an act of 효도.
Yeah.
Like for your parents' 60th birthday, their children would gift them like
Yeah.
an eye surgery or something.
Yeah, so actually there aren't a lot of Korean men that get plastic surgery. Among the patients, it's only 15%. Like 15% is men. And the number 1 procedure is obviously a nose job. Everyone...
Oh, not eye?
No, like men just want to get nose jobs for some reason. And the number 1 reason for that, what do you think men want the nose job for? It's very obvious if you think in a Korean way.
To get a job.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Korean people think like for guys, they look more trustworthy if they have a higher nose bridge.
And
Like you want to like
confident,
yeah. So for salespeople,
And in Korea, you have to submit like pictures with your
Some companies do.
CV.
yeah.
So that's a very wild reason, I would say. Like to get a job, they're getting plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this trend of plastic surgery is also growing among teenagers as well, which is
Right.
kind of concerning to me personally. So 30% of Korean high school students have considered getting plastic surgery, and 10% have actually gone through it.
When they're in high school,
Yeah. Teenagers.
but they're still growing. Should they do that?
I don't know. It's up to them, I guess, and their parents.
Okay.
Obviously, they have guardian.
If it's sangsu, I heard it's fine. I've seen 중학생들 get sangsu.
Oh, eyelids.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah, yeah.
I think nose surgery, you have to be fully grown.
Yeah, nose or jawline
Yeah,
would be
right.
too
Jawline,
dangerous.
yeah.
Yeah. In Korea, Korea is the plastic surgery mecca. So China, Japan, and US travel to
Yes.
Korea for surgery, and 30% of the total surgery, plastic surgery patients are from
Foreigners.
those countries.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
So there's such a big industry here. Medical tourism is thriving. It's
Yeah.
huge in terms of money, and also they come because we have very skilled doctors.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have very
yeah.
convenient procedures.
Yeah.
It's very affordable too
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the competition is very high over
Yeah.
here. And state of the art technology, machines, all that kind of
The
stuff.
machines,
Yeah, yeah. And apparently they have like translation services.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Translation is really
They
good.
have pickup limousines from the airport. And they do like aftercare and hotels and all that. That's full service.
Yeah, I was on a plane to Vancouver or something, and next to me was a white guy who was just returning back to Vancouver.
Yeah.
And his whole face was bandaged.
There was a
And-
white guy.
Yeah, white guy.
Oh,
And he
wow.
and his boyfriend went to Korea for like medical tourism, and he had a rhinoplasty, and he was really satisfied with it. And the translation person was really good, and he said it cost less than doing it in Canada.
Or not even like just like plastic surgery. I've been seeing so many people when I go to the clinic, it's all foreigners, barely any people who are Korean.
Right,
Getting-
some hospitals just target foreigners.
Yeah, getting like, laser treatments, skin treatments done. Even my brother, when he came around this time, my brother's like 40. He was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm kind of interested in like lasers, like skin, face, facial
Yeah, my
lasers.
brother.
And then I like connected him too. So I feel like everybody, for facial lasers and like facial treatments,
Yeah.
I
Korea's
feel
the
like
best place.
everybody has been a little bit more open than they used to be, you know?
And supposedly it's very cheap over here compared to the States. Like you
Very
do the
cheap.
full package and it's even cheaper than
Very
what
cheap, yeah.
you would get it with a single procedure.
Even LASIK, I had it done recently, and I paid like about 2.5K. And my friends in New York were like, it's not even common, first of all, the specific type that you got. And in New York, you would have to pay like 6K minimum.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
I know some people who get LASIK when they come here
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
For
And-
medical tourism.
And a funny episode is when I was doing DKDKTV, I got like, it's a very foreign-based audience, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a plastic surgery, a surgeon hospital actually contacted us for like a branded content. And they wanted us to come and do a tour of the hospital. And I was like, what am I going to do with the plastic surgery hospital?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to...
Something done.
Yeah, go get your hair transplanted.
No. But like, I went there and like fully in English. The receptionist was like, welcome. And then the doctor was also speaking English too. And he was like, we provide these kind of services for foreigners and all that. And I was like, wow.
I
it's
heard like
touching.
some people come straight from the airport, take the subway line to Hongdae, and they just get everything done on
Yeah.
the first day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those like like what do you call them? Like analysis. What?
Analysis?
Analysis.
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 I have a problem pronouncing anal. Anal.
Analysis.
Okay, analysis machines. She made fun of me last
Because
night.
he couldn't say anal, he was going anal sex. And I was like, what the fuck is anal sex?
Anal.
Yeah, she's cracking
Why
up.
do we talk about anal sex?
Analysis.
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 Go.
Yeah,
Analysis.
analysis machines. They were even in English. They were showing
yeah,
like your
yeah, yeah,
pigments
like
or
your skin
whatever,
pigments,
like
yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So it's very, very English friendly. Of course, Chinese friendly, Japanese friendly as well. So if you are a plastic surgeon out there, you want sponsors to this channel, call me, okay? But anyways, okay. Question to Soobeanie. Do K-pop idols get plastic surgery?
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like literally
course,
almost 100% all of them.
Same with Hollywood. It's like hard to find a Hollywood star who hasn't had it.
But how often though?
Oh, like a little bit of tweaking per comeback.
Right. That's what a lot of people say, right?
Yeah.
Really?
You know, like you don't notice from the previous comeback from this comeback, the change isn't that drastic. But if you compare this comeback to debut, it's like very different, right?
I feel like some fans who are like very like into it, they can kind of tell like if something has changed. But it goes from like fat dissolving, like injection shots. To Botox on the legs. I remember like we would have to do dance practice and like some members would get like leg Botox.
Yeah.
And it would be really difficult for them to like
Right, because your
dance.
muscle is dead
Because
there.
Your muscles,
It's frozen.
Yeah, you can't like use your muscles how you would. So that's how a lot of people get injured too. Like some people like they get injured before their like comeback and stuff. I'm not saying it is because of that, but that is also like a reason.
Right.
But it's not like a K-pop thing. It's same in Hollywood. It's same in any media industry anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So I think it's an exaggeration when people are like, Korea is so like it's. I don't know. I
If
feel
you
like
work in entertainment,
Yeah.
you want to get stuff done to look the best that you possibly can.
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, why do you put like heavier standards on when someone gets a facial plastic surgery versus like a boob job or like something else like a lip or whatever? So like it's only like people focus about like the jawlines, eyes, and when you get something change in your face, they're always very judgmental.
love yourself.
But the thing is though, actually a lot of K-pop idols, more than getting a boob job, they get fat transplants to areas that they would want it. So either that's their face or their boobs or their like hip area. So it's a little bit different because I feel like if you get like a boob job, it can be like a huge difference. But the fat transplants are a little bit
Subtle.
like more subtle. So a lot of K-pop idols are more like fat.
Yeah, I think the controversy starts from the trainee years. Like before debut, like a lot of companies try to tweak or like fix the face a little bit. So they're minors, they're like underage. And then, of course, they do counsel with the parents and the person themselves. But that sparks a lot of controversy. What's your opinion on that?
Oh my God. I just remember when I used to be in my company, especially because I'm from the States, I didn't really have like an eye for that. My company would want me to get like my boobs done or get like my eyes done. I had double eyelids already, but they're like, yeah, but you have like drooping eyes, you should get your eyes done.
Okay.
And then, you know, like hence why I did like the eye correction like stuff. But like everything, or like, oh, you know, maybe you should get a little bit of nose filler. They'll kind of persuade you into getting it, even if you don't want
Gaslighting,
it.
yeah.
It sounds like they talk about it so nonchalant.
Or they'll be like, oh, why don't you just go for a consultation? Like, just go in. And then, like, obviously, they're going to, like, nitpick your face.
Oh, my gosh.
And
that's so toxic.
the thing is, though, for me, what I realized is, like, the Korean, like, girls, they do want it. Because they're getting it for free.
Yeah, of course.
So to be honest, you know, when they're getting consultation, they're like, I kind of want here, like, what do you think? And then, you know, the doctor might be like, oh, yeah, that's good. Or, you know, you don't need it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can get pressured into it for sure.
Right. Especially when you're young and naive, like you want to be pretty. If I was a young girl and went to a plastic surgeon, and then the person showed me a picture of Karina, and then you can look like this.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, really? I'd be like kind of persuaded, right?
I think I personally am super against that kind of influence on young teens because when I was 15, 16, I used to be so insecure about every possible factor in my face and body. And it's just because at that age, everyone, including boys, you're just so insecure and so hyper aware of your little flaws.
Yeah.
But like as you age, you grow to like love those features and like maybe enhance them with makeup and clothes and whatever. So like it's a really bad influence to just take some young girl and be like, we can fix it, we can fix it.
Yeah, before you form your own beauty standards or like your sense of loving yourself or beauty itself.
And sometimes I feel like when the before and after is so different, how do you adjust to that? Like internally, like imagine you just went to sleep and you woke up like looking like Chung Woo-sung the next day. Like, I feel like it would give you such identity crisis.
But also, I know so many people who first don't get plastic surgery, and let's just say their other members have plastic surgery, but then they get known as the ugliest member.
That's so toxic.
There's FOMO.
Yeah, and then they see the comments and people judging them on their face, right? Even though they made the decision not to do so.
Yes,
then
they get punished for
later on.
seeing
They'll
that.
slowly start.
But but not
tweaking it.
everyone looks better necessarily with the work done.
You have a better chance of looking better, I guess.
I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, so basically, like, if you made a decision not to do so, but you're constantly getting comments saying, you know, you're the ugliest member in the group,
Oh my gosh.
then
So you get
It really
hated if you
depends
do
on
it or
facial
not.
harmony, right? Like for example, like you like Yeji from ITZY.
Yep.
Like she doesn't have like some kapur, but it likes her facial harmony. It's
Yeah.
like some people read and Suki from Red Velvet, they don't have double eyelids, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
I think it would look weird if they got the surgery done.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah,
it
so I mean,
depends
it-
on
it
your facial
depends,
harmony.
But they're
but-
just pretty.
Yeah, you need to be pretty. You need to have like just good facial harmony.
But like, I remember 2-3 years ago when I was super plugged in the celebrities and idols, I used to be so caught up in the beauty standards. I was like, okay, that's so pretty. And then like all the algorithm would recommend me these videos about beauty standards. And then normal people, I remember I would see them and feel like they're ugly, but now I'm not plugged in them anymore. And everyone just looks pretty and fine.
Yeah.
So I feel like the more obsessed about it and the more you divide, like this is good, this is not, then you sort of become like in this chamber and like you don't have diverse opinions.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of trainees get pressured into it. They feel FOMO, like, you know, they get kind of gaslighted.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I understand, but
Yeah.
you know, it's tough to be in the K-pop industry, I guess. Yeah. So let's move on to the reasons on why you think plastic surgery is so popular in Korea. Like, pick anything. What do you think the prominent reason?
Okay, I mean, why the face is more popular than the body?
I guess, like specifically, if you're talking about that, just plastic surgery in general is big, and facials as well. So, you
I
know,
mean, pretty privilege.
pretty privilege.
For me, I think it's the culture. Like, people think it's fine to be like, you'll be so much prettier with this.
I think,
And it's so rude
It's
in the
normalized.
West, but that's normalized. So I think that
It's viewed
contributes.
as like the same vein as like getting a facial. Almost.
Really? No, not a nose.
It's not as seriously taken as compared to America, maybe, or in other countries.
and even
because-
though like guys they say they don't like plastic surgery, like if you're pretty,
If you're
like
pretty,
guys
they don't
like
care.
pretty girls,
Yeah.
and I've really noticed that because I've been meeting so many people, and they're like, "Well, is she pretty?" And I'm like, "Okay, well."
As long as she doesn't
as
look
long
like
as she looks, yeah,
like overdone, like Gangnam on knee.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if it looks good, they will still like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would prefer a prettier plastic surgery done person than
Yeah.
like a natural,
Not so pretty.
not my
person.
style, not my
yeah.
style
See,
person.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
think
I
that's
just like
what it is.
kind, genuine people.
Okay, she's saving herself. Right now. Yeah, okay. What about like being a competitive society, like job wise, or like you need to get like an advantage over other people? Not even jobs, but like
I don't
nowadays
think
it says
so.
finding a partner,
Oh my God.
gaining social.
So this is what I really realized. I was talking to Anna. I recently went to a festival in Korea. It's like it's where there's a lot of Korean people. It's like a music festival. I have never seen so many pretty girls in my life at one place.
And are
there
you
were-
saying they're plastic?
Yes. No, but they were so pretty. Like they were
Yeah.
so pretty. But I was
Yeah.
like, the competition is like real.
It
Like
is,
there
it
was
is.
literally like 5-6 guys and then like 10 girls.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like,
Wait,
everybody.
what kind of ratio is that? Is that real?
Yeah.
Why
It's
is there
like-
double the amount of girls?
Yeah, that. Well, I mean, cause like
Well, guys need
the
to
guys will pay for the table and then they'll bring the
That's how
girls.
society works.
That's
But
how
I
it
was
works.
genuinely very shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I was wow. There's so many pretty girls. Like even though they have everything done, some of them look so natural
Wait,
in a way.
where was this?
The World DJ.
World DJ Festival.
Okay, I need to take notes now.
Yeah.
I need to have the money to spend on tables, David.
There'll be one person
I
there.
was very shocked. Like I was like, wow, competitions. Are,
She
everyone,
also said something else.
yeah, no, a lot of fake titties.
Fake titties?
Fake
I don't
titties.
care.
Yeah, a lot of fake titties. But I was like, wow, like what is going on?
Oh.
Even as for me, as like a woman, I was like, there's so many pretty
Yeah.
girls here.
Yeah.
Do I need to catch
Every-
up?
Did you
Everybody
feel
was-
competitive towards them?
I mean, I feel like I'm a little different. I have like personality, but I mean, if it was just face, I wouldn't think I could compare to them.
But like
to
for
be
me,
honest,
I don't think it's the general people's idea to be like, for instance, my friends who've had double eyelid surgery, I don't think they're going into it with the mindset of like, I'm gonna be prettier than all the girls. So I feel like that's maybe a false statement. Like it's about competition.
Why are
it's
they doing it
competition.
then?
It's competition.
Why are your friends doing it then?
Because they want to have bigger eyes, I think.
It's like
that is
I
also
think deep down, like motive, it would be like, you
So
know.
they're trying to one up me now. It's like I'm prettier than Kelsey and Anna. And
no, like really, everybody was like there at their best, looking their best. It was
It's kind of similar to like how people say beauty standards are high in Korea
Yeah.
because everyone's like that. You can't go around without makeup or like dressing yourself.
I mean, you can, but you have to decide to not play the game.
You're right, exactly.
Yeah.
But since everyone is like that, some people look down upon you if you're not like well dressed or like
Yeah.
you know So you feel that kind of pressure in this society, and then I guess that applies to plastic surgery to some extent, maybe.
It was kind of eye-opening, to be honest.
She was shook.
Yeah,
I can see it.
I was, and like a lot of males too. Like I could tell, like they have like nose
a lot
jobs
of
or
male
whatever.
influencers you can
Yeah,
tell.
like everybody was just looking their best.
Yeah. So you could definitely get FOMO out of that, especially if you're like in a.
Do you get insecure if you're like around with like loads of like hot male influencers?
Of course, who wouldn't?
Come on, you know what's so funny for
You're a
me? He's like,
human
you're
being.
different than all the other girls. You're a little bit more natural. And I was like, wait, I felt like
You're
kind of insulted. Like,
that's a compliment.
Yeah, no, but he's like, it was like weird. Like that I never had that type of like person tell me that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're like different than these girls. I'm like, like in a good way or a bad
That's
way.
a compliment. That's a compliment.
So
He's saying
it
you don't
was-
look like a Gangnam 언니.
It was very interesting.
Yeah, but like not like okay, that's a festival setting, but let's get into like an actual competitive setting, like the job market. Like you want to go to an interview and impress your interviewers.
That's so stupid. Like your job likelihood of getting a job will not increase from a nose job.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, I disagree.
You think that
Especially if
interviewers
there's a
are?
male
Yeah,
deciding
if it was a male deciding it, if there was a pretty applicant and like a non-conventional
kind of
person,
semi.
yeah, definitely would go with the pretty if they had the same skill sets.
Yeah.
for sure.
But they
There's
don't
even
usually.
like hagwons in Korea for like how teaching you how to smile and have like a nice first impression.
Right, but
Especially
then,
for single ones.
flight attendants, yeah.
I mean,
so
yeah.
go to
different.
hagwons to like if you have a resting bitch face, they like train your they teach you how to train your face. So you have a really pleasant first impression, first smile.
That's why people are like, oh my god, Korean flight attendants are so pretty because that's like the norm of getting picked. Is like you have to be
You're
somewhat.
servicing people.
Right. So, I mean, like nowadays they say like it's blind applications and whatever. You can't put your photos on the application sheets, but at the end, if you go through the interview anyways, you're gonna show your face to the interviewers. So
But I think some industries they will for sure look at your face more, like service industry, like
Yeah.
we talked about.
Yeah.
But when I listen to like after interview stories from my Yonsei friends, it's like the interviewers are so. I don't know, they see more than your face. It's
I
more
guess.
about like
Of
your
course,
passion and the,
of course.
and the energy and how diligent you are.
yeah, that's gonna be the general rule. But if let's assume they have the same skill set, then people would definitely go for the more attractive person.
It's just like human nature. Like I
yeah,
notice
true.
on YouTube, like there are loads of like doctors who are on YouTube, right? Who have like their YouTube channels and they're like spreading information. It's just like the most cute, best looking doctors have the most subscribers.
Are you talking about your friend?
Who?
the New York.
No, I'm literally talking about the Korean ones. Korean ones.
okay.
I just noticed that people 원장님들, loads of them have YouTube channels. It's just the best looking ones end up having the most subscribers.
Yeah.
It's just human
I
nature.
once
They're
had
not
this
like-
theory.
Houston, like hair too.
If they're
Like
good
he's
looking,
good
people are
looking.
gonna flock. And I see loads on TikTok, the Korea boos, the typical Korea boos. They're like, I'll make a reel or a TikTok about a cafe. It's like, oh, the cafe workers here are like super cute. Everyone's like, where is this? I have to go. So it's just
Asking
like
for a
people are
friend.
attracted to attractive people. It's just a human nature thing.
Then that's the people are attracted to attractive
Yeah,
people.
you can't deny
true,
that.
true.
There's like
Yeah.
a range what you're attracted
Yeah, and the business is gonna do well. That's why loads of people go to 솔로지옥 진석 cafe in Daegu.
Oh, right,
Loads of people go there just to like see him and like
Right,
take
right.
pictures and like it's
Yeah.
part of like selling the
He
business.
definitely got plastic surgery.
I'm
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure,
Yeah.
allegedly.
No shot. Allegedly. Where's the sign? I need
Allegedly.
that. Please flash it for me.
Allegedly, and
Yeah.
it helps the business. People
It
go.
does. It
yeah.
does. Like, you know.
I once had a theory that if I get a boob job, my YouTube retention rate would go up like 20%.
I'm pretty
like
sure that
even
would be
even
proven
when I
right.
watch,
Yeah.
because I'm bisexual, even when I watch like female YouTubers, like if they're wearing like low cut and they have nice boobs, I'm just like mesmerized. I'm just like 5 minute pass.
Quick question though.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays with age, especially in
This episode is brought to you by Patreon. Join the KPC Patreon to unlock amazing perks like early access to our videos, exclusive podcasts, and monthly K-pop reaction videos, all for just a few dollars a month. Your collective support keeps the channel going, helping us produce better, more informative, and entertaining content. Test how far KPC can go by supporting us at patreon.com/KoreanPizzaclub. Thank you so much for your support and hope you enjoy the show.
quick question though.
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays with age, especially, I don't know, maybe it's just me, I tend to not look at the face as much anymore. Do you feel that as like a male too? Like, is appearance as important than
Is
other
it face or
things?
body,
Yeah.
David?
Or, like, it's not
What-
face
more
or body, or like, is there
Yeah,
other
yeah.
factors that you feel like
I
are more
definitely
important
felt,
now?
yeah, as I
You
like
changed,
turn
right?
30, you
Yeah.
kind of change, you kind of look for compatibility, personality, like
Yeah,
hobbies, like
values,
matching
values.
stuff. Because like appearance fades away after for like a certain amount of time.
I'm like that too, though.
Yeah, so after like 3 months, 6 months, like you just look at the person
Like
as
it's
who he
human,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely. But in the initial phase, like first
when you were
impression-
younger, right? Or like
that too,
Yeah.
but like when you're starting
Initial
to
attraction.
talking to them.
yeah, attracted to them, then appearance has a big advantage.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you're
of
not attracted to
course.
your partner, it's not like
You're not even gonna get to the first date
No.
stage.
But
That's
then-
just true.
But then, like what Soobeanie is saying, I understand because, like, you know, in the old days, I wouldn't have been attracted to this kind of
Yeah, see,
person.
yeah,
but
yeah.
now, like, even if she's not like conventionally attractive or anything, I'm like talking to her, like, oh, we click, you know, we have the same frequency, you know, I would consider.
I'm like the
dating.
same too. It's not like all about
Yeah,
like,
you
face
change as
or
you get
body.
older.
Yeah.
Right. But
But just superficial. Do you prefer? What do you consider?
Karina,
Yeah, is it her face or
But then
body?
Karina's everything.
Is it this time?
super.
Answer that question.
Winter. Well,
More face or body? What's more important?
for me, face. Yeah. Face. I don't care about body.
Really?
No.
For me, it's personality.
As long as she's
So if you
not
have
like
to choose
150.
between one or the
The
two,
body.
I think for me, body as well.
Because it also shows if he or she's taking care of themselves.
Like discipline.
yeah, and working out.
I
And
think I'm face.
I think your face too.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat face.
Karina, are you watching?
They gotta be like
Dream on,
yeah,
David.
yeah.
Speaking of Karina, this was a segue actually. So there seems to be a lot of influence from media and celebrities. We talked a little bit about K-pop before, but a lot of teenagers in particular and like women who like K-pop idols has such a big portion in like the model industry here, like endorsements, they're on cosmetic brands, everything. So everybody looks up to them and say like, she's so pretty, she's so stunning. I want to be like that.
Yeah.
And that's like to the max in Korea. Do you think their, you know, influence is huge among like plastic
Yes.
surgery decisions?
yes, I mean, putting pretty people on a pedestal is like a global, you can see that everywhere. But especially in Korea, it's like nothing else matters. If someone else is pretty, people worship them.
That's true.
And like everything else doesn't matter. People immediately think you have a nice personality.
That's true.
You are rich. You have a pretty like nice life. Your love life has no problems.
Yeah.
It's like totally they make this falsified stories. Like,
Yeah,
for the-
there are a lot of people saying that the funniest comedian in Korea is Chao Yeah,
I'm saying I'm just entertained by looking at his
he
face.
could just sit there and say
Yeah.
the stupidest
Whatever.
dad joke, and everybody would just
yeah.
laugh.
But I feel like in the West they try to look at more at their skills.
Oh, and
I
also
feel
like,
yeah.
like when you go to like plastic surgery places, a lot of people bring in photos of celebrities in
Yeah,
Korea.
yeah.
I feel like that's not like a huge thing in like Western culture. They'll just be like, oh, I want this type of nose. But then in Korea, they'll be like, I want like Karina's eyes. Or,
Yeah.
I want like
not
Winter's
necessarily. I
nose.
see loads of that on American TikTok.
Oh, really?
Bella Hadid, like they bring in like a picture of
Picture
like
of
they
people's
do
eyes.
idolize like pretty girls
Yeah.
like they do here. It's the same everywhere.
I guess.
It is the same everywhere.
Since K-pop is so like big right now, and it's so huge in Korea as well.
That's why the beauty industry is never like it's one of those industries because the women, just the human desire to always want to look better than you currently or do whatever you can to look better. The beauty industry is huge, and because it's like women always want to try to look their best kind of thing.
Yeah.
And another reason I think, like Anna mentioned before, that it's so like normalized. You said like it's even considered the equivalent of a facial, like a treatment.
Yeah, like Sangsu is like double eyelid surgery. It's like not considered like
Yes,
surgery.
yes. So it's so normalized here, and it says one of the testimonies say that I did plastic surgery because I know it's going to be safe. I know there's skilled surgeon. It's so convenient. It's so cheap. So why not? Like it's everywhere, and everybody's doing it. Like it's so accessible. So why not?
So it's like dyeing your hair.
Exactly. So like it's like going to a convenience store, and not to that level, but like if you live in other parts of the world, it's like going to a supermarket is like 30 minutes, 40 minutes drive, whereas in Korea it's like 5 minutes walk.
So
outside.
the accessibility is like better.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
don't have to be worried about like getting food poisoning or anything. Like skilled
Yeah.
surgeons and everywhere. So I guess that is a part that was very interesting. Do you think this social atmosphere is okay? Is social?
I think it's definitely not okay, but you also have a choice to not play that game
Okay.
and not fuel it.
Okay.
Oh,
Because like I have so many
That's a
Korean
hard question.
friends who are sort of toxic and they're super into this. They're super tapped into this like lore. And then whenever I meet them, they're like, "Do you feel like I got that?" Like I don't deal with them anymore. So just don't deal with them.
Okay, I'll give you like two options. Okay, so one side says it normalizes the personal choice of self-improvement. And the con side says it can lead to conformity and pressure individuals to a certain mold. Which do you side more to? Is it self-enhancement, improvement, more self-satisfaction, or is it like everybody's just becoming the same and like
I'm more on the first one, to be honest.
I'm
Yeah.
more on the latter.
Yeah, I also feel like if you pay for it, it's like your choice. I feel like, yeah, I think it's fine. It's just a shame for me when I see people are overboard.
Yeah, like
And it,
overboard. Yeah,
ruins
yeah,
your
yeah.
face.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Some people, I see some girls and they just have very like subtle or like very nice work done. It like really like they've definitely gotten better looking, and that definitely improves their life. And that's like gets rid of all their like insecurities. Then I'm just like, okay, you did something for yourself to.
Because I'm getting
feel
older and I'm
better.
doing so many more skin treatments now too. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have done it like 5 years ago. I'd have been like, no, I don't want
And
to
I'm
do it.
not opposed to getting like work
Yeah.
done in the future.
Yeah.
At all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, do you think there should be stricter regulations on advertising plastic surgery in Korea?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Whether it's restrictions on ads or not, it's like people know that the services are there. So if
Yeah,
you're
so
interested
we
in
should
getting
restrict it so then people who really want it can go. Whereas if you're exposed to those ideas, it's like it's getting inceptioned into your mind.
And usually people just say it. They're like, oh, I like this clinic or I go to this clinic more than like having it on like a billboard. I think it's more of like word of mouth nowadays, especially in Korea. Like, oh, I like your eyes. Like, where'd you get it done?
Yeah,
and
that's
then it's
true.
like, oh, I got your nose. And then they're like, oh, I got it done here.
Yeah.
And then so it's more like that, more than like you look at a billboard and be like, oh, wow, I
Yeah, I
really
always
go to this
wondered.
clinic.
It was kind of bizarre. If you
No.
walk at Apgujeong Station,
Yeah.
there's every single billboard is like a before
This
after.
hospital, this hospital,
Yeah,
that
this hospital, and like it kind of looks kind of.
It's
I'm
gruesome to
I'm
me.
gonna pick if I were to get something done, I would want to see like somebody who has it. I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
kind of like your nose. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
yeah,
it done.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think so. In terms of like advertising, I don't think they need it as much because if you're a good hospital and you do good work, you will always get advertising. However,
Yeah.
I would
Like
like it if TikTok were to do some sort of like a ban on like endorsements on plastic surgery. If you're a teenage viewer, like you shouldn't be shown that.
Yeah, in terms of teens or like age restrictions, maybe like there should be less exposure.
Yeah, because if I was 15 years old and I saw this before, after, like really pretty teenage girl, I would go to that hospital. Yeah.
Do you think people will still prefer natural beauty over plastic surgery?
Yeah, I mean,
When?
of course.
Oh, like
If
now?
you're naturally pretty, they're obviously going to prefer that to someone who's like pretty but like had it like plastic surgery.
Really? Why? Why do they care?
Because still, it's like you're naturally born this beautiful. Oh wow, that's like
Okay, let's switch up the question then. Like, I don't like this, but just for this purpose, there's a 5 who's a natural beauty,
Okay.
and there's a 10.
I don't want to answer. I hate these.
There's a
I hate-
10 who's a plastic, like who's done.
I think as a guy they would choose the 10 but like plastic surgery.
You
Well, I'm pretty sure if it's a 7, then they'll pick a 7,
7
natural.
natural, really?
Yeah.
If you said 5 earlier, that
But the
makes it
thing
harder.
is, though, I'm gonna be so honest. Guys do not know if a girl is fully natural or not.
That's true.
Like,
yeah,
Like,
especially
does the
if
guy
work
knows
is
I'm
the
gonna
really
be
ten
well
has
so
done.
honest.
Yeah.
Like
Unless
girls,
it's like the really plasticky, fake,
girls
obvious
have like
ones.
a better eye, and
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, like yo, she's like very natural. I'm
Yeah.
like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
She's got them like
Yeah, yeah.
amazing. Like so, I
Wait,
feel
do
like
the guys know? Is the 10 being like, I've had this done, like on her
like
No,
if
no,
a guy's
no.
gonna like examine like okay like you're natural, a guy wouldn't know, especially in Korea because it's gotten so well.
Yeah.
yeah.
A girl, so many girls like lie
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Plastic
sex, so
surgery
they
is
don't care.
natural,
So
though.
they
Yeah.
don't prefer the
So
natural
many
girl.
girls
I-
lie saying they're natural too. So I
Right,
mean,
right.
like, yeah.
And then your baby pops up.
Yeah.
And then you're like, is this my baby?
But then I ask people like who like have had work done, and then I'm like, what about, do you not like worry about like your kids? Like, I'll just get them the same.
Oh, wow.
I'll pay for their eyelids.
I've heard that too.
Okay, so my question for you
Yeah.
is, say you met a Karina-like girl, like someone who's like totally your type,
Okay.
like a 10 out of 10 for you,
Yeah.
but you realize she's had some surgery done, would that reduce her to an 8 or something? I feel like it wouldn't.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
exactly.
Not at all.
It wouldn't.
Yeah,
That's
see?
exactly.
Not at all. But,
Yeah, so natural beauty won't always be like who cares?
Like for you viewers, if like a Jungkook or a Chaono came to you, they're like, I want to be with you, but I've had like no's and like whatever. Do you think you want to be like, no, sorry, I'm trying to be with you?
No.
No.
Turn off.
No.
No, it's not gonna be like that.
No.
okay, what if like a nose job was very obvious, but
Yeah, if you look like very plastic.
Well,
like,
then you're not a 10, then it's a bit weird.
Yeah, if you can really obviously tell, like, you,
But it's jarring to look at
like
that.
if somebody comes
Conversation.
and they look like Ollie London. You
we're not talking
Oh my
about
god.
that.
Oh my god. Get the canceled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's danger level.
But obviously, you're not gonna want to date someone like that. But if it looks so good and but like naturally pretty, but they've had work done, you're not gonna say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Soobeanie is very uncomfortable
Yeah.
with this situation, so let's move on. Is plastic surgery making a bad image about Korea?
No.
No?
No.
I don't
Sorry,
think
but,
so
like,
either.
I see like in LA they get loads of work. If you look at the Kylie and the Kendall, like they get loads of work done over there
Yeah.
as well.
No.
It's the same everywhere.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think
What
so.
do you think about
I
those
think so.
comments saying like all Korean girls are plastic? You know, they're always. You
I
can
haven't
always,
seen any of those comments.
No, they're always there.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's
I feel like
always.
they're their own community. I feel like that's not the mainstream opinion, is it?
I think it is.
But you also,
There's a lot.
it's
But then
just very like
there's
allowed.
also a lot of girls who have like natural double eyelids, but people are gonna also think that
You've
they
had
got
work done,
eyelids
yeah.
done too because Asians have monolids.
I think your algorithm is different from
Like,
my
do you know what I
algorithm.
mean? I know so many people who have like natural eyelids, and they're like, "Oh, you got it done,
Yeah,
right?" And then
yeah.
they're like, "No, I have like natural
Yeah,
eyelids."
yeah.
And then so people, if they're pretty, they're obviously gonna think that they have work
Yeah.
done. I mean, you could be the most natural, and you
Yeah.
can fight for it.
Yeah, I do
so-
have this idea that all Westerners think that Korea's meant to have like
monolids.
Mm.
That's
and, like,
not it.
very
There are
flat face.
a lot of
Yeah.
Korean people with double
That's a
eyelids
bit weird.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or there's
yeah.
some Korean people with high noses. Like,
Yeah.
you just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I've been noticing is like in any kind of content that talks about Korean beauty standards, like
Yeah.
Asian blogs or street interviews,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
would you date a Korean girl? Like which ethnicity in Asian do you like the most? And most of the common answers are Korean. From like Japanese people or
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
whatever. And then like when Korean becomes the most popular answer, you look in the comments
I
and
know.
everyone's so triggered, like, oh, Koreans are all plastic anyways. They're so fake anyways. Why would you want to date
Oh,
them?
really?
Yeah.
That's the consensus there.
Okay.
And I feel like, you know, some people might think this plastic surgery frenzy is making the
But if you're like a foreigner who's lived here for like at least 3 months, you know it's like not true. I
guess, yeah.
I feel like it's like an online loud voice thing.
It's like, I think it's similar to like how people stigmatize K-pop as well. Like mainstream Western media says K-pop is like cringe or, you know, very plastic too and all that kind of stuff. It's in a line with that. So last question, very last question. Would you like to get a procedure done in the near future?
Yes, I want.
Wow, that was fast.
You guys, everyone said yes. Just love yourself, but. Okay, but I've been insecure about my neck wrinkle since I was 15, so I really want to get something done about this.
Is that plastic surgery?
Like
It is.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, and as you age, it's just like, the most
think
number
with
one concern is like
age-
lifting and like your skin starts
Yeah.
to droop. It's just about having everything lifted back up. And
Yeah.
it's like she lifting and all of this.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, maybe I'm putting on my cousin on blast, but she's had 2 kids. She's like,
that's
after
what I
you
was gonna say.
breastfeed, they shrivel
Oh
up
my
like
God.
raisins, like a deflated balloon. Loads of women after kids, they get like boob.
Wait, since you're you go to the gym, I've seen a lot of girls do boob jobs before they actually go full on into like bodybuilding and stuff.
You can tell because
maintain their
they're very lean. They are like so muscly, but you can just like fake titties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the reason to that?
With their body, if they're doing for competition, like bikini competition, then it's like they want that look, the shape.
Okay.
Because if you're also women when they get very very lean, then obviously you want to lose the fat.
Yeah.
Lose the fat
But
in
when you're
your-
that lean, can't you almost see the outline
so
of
you can
the
always tell it's
boob?
fake because you can tell it's like there's still
Right.
something.
Yeah.
But they prefer that.
They prefer to have some sort of look of boobs.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And Soobeanie, would you get a procedure done in the near
Yeah, but I think for me, like,
Lifting.
not now, but if I were to have kids, I would definitely want to, after I
Yeah.
have like 2 kids, I would
Yeah.
want to get a boob job done.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, like a tummy tuck.
Yeah.
Because like, or something like that.
Yeah. And anything that's like
Not on the face though.
On the face, well, I mean, there's so many good like lifting,
Yeah,
like lasers
lasers.
and like treatments.
But nothing related to a knife.
Yeah, like
Okay.
nothing like
Anybody
injecting
who's
something.
like knife procedure?
like,
Okay.
like
I think we're all pretty happy with ourselves.
Okay.
yeah.
like later on,
features-wise,
like maybe when I'm 50 and like my eyes are
Will start to
droopy,
droop, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting like
Yeah.
double
I want to
surgery.
get lipo here, like the double chin thing.
You can get so many lasers. There's so many good lasers.
You should get Ursera.
Yeah,
What's
Ursera's
Ursera?
really
Ursera is
good.
the
It
makes
shrinks your skin.
It shrinks it to
No,
You're seeing
no.
Korean society
what is that?
gaslighting and
Gaslighting,
gaslighting a Korean
Well,
guy.
you
to
said you
get-
want something, so we're helping you.
wanted it. You said you wanted
The
it.
moment I said, I think I should.
it's
they're like, you
also-
should-
I've been thinking.
laser.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
there's also fat, but you know, as we age, our skin loses collagen and elasticity, so it all starts to go down.
Down.
Okay.
So Ursera makes it go.
But I think
Like
you do
this.
have a chubby face. Like you're.
Oh wow.
No, but it's cute. It makes you
Okay,
look like 가끔씩
근데 얘가 울산을 해보고
No, but it's not a
나중에.
skin thing. It's a fat thing for
Okay.
me. So I think fat removal would be more better.
I've known so many. It's like so many guys these days have been getting 울산에 서면 like 유주란 everything. I know so many guys.
Anyways.
Okay, I'll get that ulcera, whatever that is. So, yeah, that was a little bit of a look into plastic surgery in Korea, the craze about it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. You can check out their socials and everything in the description box
Korean.
I
below.
have a laser skin treatment video on my YouTube if you guys want to check it out. I got a lot of lasers and skin treatments recently.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna's probably going to upload that too.
But I also did have, I feel my skin Botox thing and like the complications that can come with that. So it's good to take things into consideration.
Check that out too. Check out piroso.net. That's my online store with Korean products. Please support me on patreon.com/KoreanPizzaclub, where you can get exclusive podcast episodes and support me as well. And make sure you subscribe 5 stars on Spotify and every other podcast platform. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.